Garland was...
It's Dr. Ogden. Tell Dr. Garland I will come by at 6 o'clock. Chill some champagne. Take the rest of the day off.
Hardly a pleaser, thank you. Dr. Garland.
Yes.
Dr. Ogden telephoned. She wishes to visit this evening.
I see.
And she said I should take the night off and that you should chill some champagne.
Then you should. And I should buy some champagne. You can let yourself out.
Of course.
Hello, Dr. Ogden.
What chic.
What are you doing, sir?
Making elastic bands, George.
Easily purchased, sir.
Why spend hard-earned money on something you can easily make yourself?
So frugality is the mother of invention, then?
Gunshot was reported from a house on Jarvis Street. A neighbor telephoned it in.
What's the address?
693.
What was that?
693.
693. That's Darcy Garland's house. What can you tell me, Doctor?
The shooting happened quite recently. The body is still warm.
Right. Take him to the morgue and please be discreet about it.
Of course.
Sir.
Murder weapon, George?
No, sir. And I've checked all the doors and windows. There's no sign of forced entry.
You've checked them all?
All of them, sir, twice. Dr. Garland invited his killer into his home. And we've brought in the housekeepers for Miss Miriam Weller.
She wasn't here.
She said she was dismissed early.
By Dr. Garland?
By Dr. Ogden.
I beg your pardon?
Sir, she said she received a telephone call from Dr. Ogden relieving her of her duties for the rest of the day.
Hello, I'm Detective Murdoch of the Toronto...
I know very well who you are, sir.
I understand you received a telephone call from Dr. Ogden.
I did.
What time was this?
2 o'clock. Dr. Garland was just about to leave for an afternoon appointment.
And you're quite sure it was Dr. Ogden?
I do know the sound of my mistress's voice, sir. As I'm sure you do as well.
Do you know if Dr. Garland owned a gun by chance?
He did. He was American, you know. It's a .45 revolver, I believe. Family heirloom. He was quite proud of it.
Please don't touch it, Mrs. Weller. Thank you.
The Lord always takes the wrong ones.
Sir.
What is it, George?
Apparently a neighbor saw Dr. Ogden pull up in a carriage.
Was this before or after the shooting?
Before. Murdoch.
Sir?
Anything?
Nothing yet. Something on your mind?
Have you talked to Dr. Ogden yet?
No.
We need to confirm her whereabouts.
Yes, of course. But nothing about this, sir. I need to be the one to tell her.
Dr. Ogden left sometime this afternoon.
And when is she due to return, Doctor?
Later this evening, I would imagine.
Where is she?
Markham. She was undertaking an admittance evaluation of a Mrs. Wilhelmina Broughton.
No one was more surprised than myself to see her.
Are you sure it was Dr. Ogden, Mrs. Smythe?
Of course it was her.
How far away were you?
She walked right past me.
Did she speak to you? Engage you in any way?
No. She marched straight up into the house. I have to admit, I was rather curious. I was aware of their marital discord. Apparently, she'd been running around with some Catholic, if you can imagine.
I believe Dr. Garland was killed sometime between 5:55 p.m. and 6:05 p.m.
Thank you, Doctor.
And the weapon?
A single shot from a .45 revolver.
We've yet to recover it. Dr. Garland owned such a weapon.
Is it true Dr. Ogden was seen just outside the house?
She was.
But you don't suspect that...
Of course not.
Perhaps it was a mistake. Dr. Ogden wasn't the only woman in Dr. Garland's life. When did you last see Dr. Garland, Miss Shropshire?
This afternoon. Dr. Garland was expecting a visit from his wife this evening. We had a disagreement about it.
Oh, you did you?
I felt it improper.
Did you also feel jealousy?
I am not a stupid woman, Detective, and I resent the insinuation.
Then you'll have no problem verifying your whereabouts this evening.
I most certainly won't. I was at the Women's Christian Reading Society. At least 10 women can vouch for me. Your Dr. Ogden requested a visit with Darcy, and then she killed him.
Thank you for your opinion.
The press are going to find out soon enough.
I know.
And I doubt the witnesses are going to keep quiet.
And no sign of Julia. Sir, in the eyes of the world, she is the #1 suspect at the moment.
Until she comes home and clears her story.
George, what have you?
Sirs, I spoke to Wilhelmina Broughton's family up in Markham. They've never heard of Dr. Ogden.
Where are you off to, Murdoch?
To find Julia.
Sir, surely you don't think she had anything to do with...
2 witnesses placed Julia at the scene of the crime shortly before the murder. We need to prove that their recollections are wrong.
William, what a nice surprise.
Julia, I need to speak with you.
Is everything all right? Murdered? Oh my God! When did this happen?
While you were out of town.
I don't believe it. I mean, who would kill Darcy?
You were in Markham. I understand.
Markham, yes. I was assessing a patient.
Julia.
William, I'm sorry, but I need to contact Darcy's parents.
Julia.
William, please, I need to do this.
Telephone call and an eyewitness.
Nothing definitive.
Oh, I've secured convictions with less. And I see there's no confirmation as to where Dr. Ogden claims to have been.
We're attempting to ascertain that now.
She didn't tell you? You have spoken to her, haven't you?
I have.
What did she say?
That she was out of town at the time of the murder. Chief Constable Giles, it is unimaginable that Dr. Ogden could have anything to do with the death of her husband.
Detective Murdoch, you're relieved from this case.
Sir!
You're too close to the suspect.
The suspect?
I think it's best that I see this through.
I object to this!
Murdoch, stand down.
Thank you, Inspector.
You as well, sir.
You're not being relieved of your duties, just the reins of this case.
You don't understand. Giles will pursue one suspect and one suspect alone until he gets a conviction. Julia doesn't stand a chance.
Dr. Julia Ogden telephoned the Garland housekeeper at 2 o'clock, giving her the evening off. At 4 o'clock, Abigail Smythe, a neighbor, witnessed Dr. Ogden entering the Garland residence. At 6:05, a call reporting shots fired was received by this station house, and the police arrived on the scene at 6:15. Constable Crabtree, does this station have a record of Dr. Ogden's finger marks?
Sir, yes.
Good. Jackson, you'll do a full dusting of the Garland house.
Sir, with all due respect, of course Dr. Ogden's finger marks will be found. She's visited previously.
Constable Crabtree, you and Constable Higgins will conduct a thorough search of Dr. Ogden's house. Interior and exterior. We're looking for the murder weapon and any other evidence pertaining to the case. Well, that's all.
Sir.
Right. Yes, yes, yes.
His parents want to bury him in Buffalo. Understandably. I'll need to facilitate getting...
Julia, I need you to tell me where you were when Darcy was killed.
I did.
I need you to tell me the truth. You were never in Markham.
You investigated me?
I had to. An eyewitness placed you at Darcy's house at the time that he was murdered.
That's impossible, William. I told you I was never there.
Well, then could you please tell me where you were? And it would be most helpful if you could provide me with someone who could verify this. Julia, this is becoming serious.
Does Chief Constable Giles genuinely believe I had something to do with this? He does. I was escorting a woman to Port Credit.
Who?
Her name is Penelope Irwin. It was my considered opinion that she was being driven mad with fear.
How?
Her husband vowed to kill her. I had to get her away from him.
I need to speak with her then.
Well, only if I go with you. I won't be persuaded otherwise.
Fine.
Julia, why did you not tell me of this earlier?
The smaller the circle, the easier it is to conceal the lie. I'm sorry, it was a mistake.
There's a 2 o'clock train leaving for Port Credit. I'll meet you at the station in 2 hours.
Fine.
Julia, when we last spoke of Darcy, you said you would handle it.
I won't dignify that with a response. Honestly, William. I had my lawyer contact his.
You don't think she could have done it, do you?
Of course not, Henry. Dr. Ogden is a good woman.
I've seen good people turn into murderers before, George.
Well, Dr. Ogden's not one of them.
George.
Have you ever seen Dr. Ogden wear this dress?
Many women wear green dresses, sir.
With or without the blood. I want you to walk the route from Dr. Garland's to Dr. Ogden's house. I want you to look in every shrub and under every stone. We need to find the murder weapon.
Yes, sir.
What can I do for you, Chief Constable?
A full forensic investigation of this garment. I need you to confirm that the blood on this dress is human.
Of course.
Now, Dr. Grace, I'm aware of your association with Dr. Ogden and that you regard her as something of a mentor.
Are you insinuating...
I expect you to do an honest job, regardless of the suspect.
Of course.
There is one good bit of news for Detective Murdoch.
What's that?
It's easier for him to marry a widow than a divorcee.
Henry, that's not funny.
What is it, George?
Give me a boost, Henry. All right.
Constable Crabtree.
Sir.
A report on your status?
Still investigating, sir.
And have you found out anything of interest?
Not yet.
And you think that something might just fall into your lap if you continue to sit at your desk?
Detective.
You need to test it for finger marks.
Sir, what if I find...
We need to know.
And if I get the wrong answer?
There's no right or wrong answer in this, George. Only the truth.
What have you found, Doctor? Your eyes betray you.
The blood is human, but there is no way I can determine whether this is Dr. Garland's blood. So it is hardly conclusive evidence.
So, now you're a detective as well, Doctor.
You've been officially removed from this case.
Then I'm on an unofficial trip to Port Credit. I have to prove her alibi, and quickly.
Murdoch, you're on thin ice as it is. Do you believe this woman Irwin exists?
I do.
I won't be able to keep your absence unnoticed for very long.
Tell Giles I'm speaking to my priest. He seems to think that's all we Catholics do.
Dr. Grace.
Dr. Ogden. What a surprise. What can I do for you?
I was hoping to take a look at Darcy's body.
It's at McElroy's, being prepared.
May I look at your report? I see. I'm a suspect.
If you really wanted, I could...
It's all right. I'm sure you did a thorough examination.
Julia, I'm so sorry.
You're such a good man, Emily. He didn't deserve this.
I'm sure the real culprit will soon be found.
Thank you for that. Constable Crabtree.
Dr. Ogden.
It's nice to see a friendly face.
Doctor, I'm so sorry for your loss.
As am I.
I'm gonna test this for finger marks. I have to admit, I'm apprehensive as to what I might find.
Sir! Sir! What have you, George? I'm due at the train station.
Sir, it's what I don't have. Finger marks. The weapon is clean.
Oh, that's very good. Very good. But not conclusive of her innocence. Anyone could surmise that she had the sense to wipe down the gun.
Right. What do I do with the gun now?
Give it to the chief constable and give him your results.
Sir.
Thank you.
Godspeed, sir.
My friend is in Paris for the World's Fair. She let me use the house. I knew that Penelope would be out of harm's way. Penelope?
Hello? Mrs. Irwin?
Penelope?
I don't think she's here. In fact, there's no indication she ever was.
This is terrible, William. Her husband must have found her.
How would he know where she was?
He must have followed Penelope and me. William, you have to do something.
Julia, I think you need to start worrying about yourself. We need to find someone who can verify your story.
My story?
You know what I mean.
I need you to tell me everything you know about this Penelope Irwin.
Her husband's name is Desmond Irwin. He works at the Copeland Brewery on Parliament.
George?
Sir, Doctor. Dr. Chief Constable Giles wants me to escort you to the station. He just wants to speak to you.
Of course.
Be very careful what you say.
William, I haven't done anything wrong.
That is the weapon that killed your husband.
Are my finger marks on it?
You were a coroner. I wouldn't expect them to be.
You think I did it? You think I would shoot my husband?
What I think doesn't matter. What matters are the facts and the evidence. And there's plenty to suggest that you entered the home of your estranged husband last night and shot him dead.
I wasn't even in the city.
Then where were you?
I prefer not to say.
Dr. Ogden, I have to be honest. With the preponderance of evidence, I'm looking at you as our primary suspect.
I didn't do it.
And if that's true, you have very little to worry about. I must say it's a surprise not to see you wearing widow's black. Very modern.
Detective William Murdoch, Toronto Constabulary. I'm looking for Desmond Irwin. Where might I find him?
Well, your guess is as good as mine. Never heard of him.
I was told he worked here.
I've been here 10 years. I've never had a Desmond Irwin. Somebody's pulling your leg.
Sir. Sir, I've checked every record I could think of. Birth, marriage, tax at every station. I'm afraid this Desmond Irwin doesn't exist. Sir.
George, I need to see that murder weapon.
Sir, Dr. Ogden's finger marks are not on the weapon. I checked it thoroughly.
George, I need to see that gun.
Sir, if the chief constable found out...
Keep us informed of your whereabouts, Dr. Ogden.
I'll get you the weapon, sir.
Where is it? Constable Crabtree? Where's the gun?
Sir, I don't know. I must have misplaced it.
Misplaced? Look, I know playing daft is second nature to you, but unless you get me that gun, you'll find yourself behind bars for interfering with a criminal investigation.
Chief Constable, I don't...
Here it is, sir. I took it without Constable Crabtree's knowledge. He had nothing to do with this.
Why would you do such a thing?
I wanted to check the bullet casing for finger marks.
And did you find any?
Yes.
Whose were they?
Dr. Ogden's.
Good work, Detective.
You present a compelling case.
Thank you, sir.
This is a terrible tragedy. I knew Dr. Garland. He was an upstanding citizen.
And I've known Dr. Ogden since I've been at this station. She's brought more guilty men to justice than most of my constables.
Then it was shoddy work on her part that she didn't better conceal her actions.
Well,
I'll present your findings to the Attorney General, gentlemen, but I can see no reason why this should not go to trial.
You're making a mistake.
Inspector Brackenreed.
I know there's an explanation for this. Dr. Ogden is a good woman. Perhaps it was a case of self-defense.
Then she shall have her day in court to prove it. Good day.
Detective Murdoch. I was unaware that you'd been invited to this meeting.
Sir, I believe you're being premature.
Oh, do you now?
I've yet to track down the person that can provide Dr. Ogden's alibi. With a bit more time...
Did I not remove you from this investigation? And yet you have persisted in being involved, despite my orders.
Sir, you are condemning Dr. Ogden because of a personal grudge you hold against me.
Detective Murdoch, go home. You are suspended from the constabulary until further notice.
If this is about the past, i.e. Constance Gardner...
This is about the here and now, and another word from you, Inspector, and you can join him.
You jumped-up bastard!
Sir.
I've just about had enough of you walking around my station like some bloody little Napoleon.
As you wish, Brackenreed. I'll have your badge as well.
You didn't need to do that, sir.
Don't tell me what I need to do.
No, it's much appreciated. Julia?
Did you find her?
No.
What about her husband?
Julia, the Irwins do not exist.
What are you saying? I'm meeting Darcy's parents at the train station. How would it look if I wasn't wearing it?
Julia, I need you to be honest with me.
I am.
Your finger mark was found on the bullet casing.
What?
Julia, did you ever have occasion to load Darcy's gun?
No.
Are you sure?
My God.
Julia, you have to go.
Go? Where?
Anywhere. Out of town for a few days. I'll follow along shortly.
Not going anywhere.
Julia, you are being stubborn. Giles has the bit in his mouth, and you could hang for this. Now, you have to go.
Murdoch, step aside. Dr. Julia Ogden, I'm arresting you for the murder of Dr. Darcy Garland. Take her away.
Gentlemen, Dr. Julia Ogden is a woman used to taking what she wants. She was carrying on a sordid affair, one well documented by hotel records, with a certain William Murdoch, a Catholic detective employed by the Toronto Constabulary, a man who, as recently as 1 month ago, was involved in a physical altercation with Dr. Garland. Now, together, the two of them were doing everything in their power to goad Dr. Garland into granting her a divorce.
He did not. And so he was shot and killed.
Now, gentlemen, we have a witness to Dr. Ogden's visit before the shooting. We have blood found on a dress belonging to Dr. Ogden. And most damning of all, gentlemen, the bullet used to kill Dr. Garland had Dr. Ogden's finger marks on it. Mrs. Weller, would you kindly recount the events leading up to Dr. Garland's death?
I received a telephone call from Dr. Ogden.
The accused. And what did she request?
That I leave for the evening and chill a bottle of champagne.
And what was Dr. Garland's reaction?
He was pleased. I think he was hoping that it might lead to a reconciliation.
Objection, Your Honor. Speculation on the part of the witness.
I agree. The jury will ignore the comment.
You're sure it was her voice?
I'd worked for her. Of course, I'm certain. The voice was halting, but it was definitely hers.
He was a lovely man. She, on the other hand.
Please, Mrs. Smythe, let us stick to the day in question.
She came flouncing into the house. I saw her.
And you're sure it was her?
She was as close to me as I am to you.
Tell me, what happened when you inquired as to Dr. Ogden's whereabouts?
I was told she was in Markham visiting a patient.
She, in fact, had signed a ledger to that effect, had she not?
Yes.
And was she in Markham?
No.
No. So she lied?
Well, she had to. She was...
Yes or no, Inspector? Did she lie about her alibi?
Yes.
I was asked by Chief Constable Giles to determine whether the blood on the dress was human.
And this is possible?
First, one has to isolate an individual blood cell. One does this
A simple yes or no will suffice. Was the blood human?
The blood was human.
And had you ever seen Dr. Ogden wearing this same green dress?
I have no way of knowing it was the same dress.
Well, did Dr. Ogden own a dress exactly like it?
Your Honor, how is Dr. Grace to know the detailed contents of Dr. Ogden's wardrobe?
I'm going to allow the question.
Yes, she does.
The Crown would like to remind the jury that the eyewitness reported seeing the accused wearing a green dress when she entered the Garland household. Constable Crabtree, you discovered the murder weapon, did you not?
I did.
And did you test for finger marks?
Yes.
Because finger marks are considered indisputable evidence.
I don't know if I would say that.
But precedent does it not?
Your Honor, this man is a simple police constable.
And more educated in these matters than you or I.
Tell me, did you search the weapon for finger marks?
Yes.
And did you find any?
I did not.
But there were finger marks on the bullet casing, were there not?
A thumb mark, yes.
Thumb mark. And who found that?
Detective Murdoch.
Detective Murdoch? Well, it was my understanding that Detective Murdoch had been dismissed from the case. How would he obtain a piece of evidence?
I gave it to him.
Why?
Because he asked.
Tell me, Constable, would you have granted his request had he not been involved in a personal relationship with the accused?
Your Honor.
Mr. Gordon.
Quite all right, Your Honor. I don't require an answer. Detective Murdoch, you are a world-renowned expert on finger marks, are you not?
I am an expert, yes.
So you can confirm Dr. Ogden's thumb mark on the casing of the bullet that killed Dr. Garland?
Yes.
From where she pushed the bullet into the chamber?
Yes.
Tell me, what made you think to look there? Have you discovered thumb marks on a cartridge before?
I have.
Do you love the accused, Detective?
Your Honor, this has no relevance.
I'm going to allow the question.
Yes, I love her.
Why, then, did you go out of your way to discover a key piece of evidence against her?
I was hoping to exonerate her.
Tell me, were you alone when you looked for the thumb mark?
Yes.
Why? Why, when you were so confident of her innocence? Why make Constable Crabtree violate the rules and bring you the weapon? I submit, Detective, that you looked for those finger marks because you were terrified someone else would before you. You knew Dr. Ogden's thumb mark would be there, and you intended to remove it.
That's not true.
No, I don't blame you. Believe me, Detective. You set out to protect the woman you love. The romantic in me commends you.
George, both you and I, there was nothing else we could do.
I know, Emily. I just feel like I've let both Dr. Ogden and the detective down.
You told the truth. You had no option.
I should have left that godforsaken gun where I found it. I think it's time we adopt a change in strategy.
What are you suggesting?
Self-defense. Your husband was becoming increasingly antagonistic.
No, I can't lie.
You won't have to. I can make the case without your testimony.
I won't have you besmirching my husband's good name, and I will not be denied the chance to make my case.
What case? Nothing you claim can be proven. You take the stand, and the Crown will paint you as a harlot who killed her husband because he was standing in the way of her happiness.
I can't say anything other than the truth. I did not kill my husband.
Is this all a big mistake? A series of conveniences and coincidences? Was it a vendetta against your husband, or perhaps it's a vendetta against you?
I don't know.
And how do you explain the overwhelming evidence against you? Claim self-defense, or you will be convicted and you will hang.
William?
Julia, it could spare you the news. And if you are innocent, it will give me the time I need to prove it.
If I'm innocent?
No, that isn't what I mean.
Tell me, William, why did you look for my thumb mark on the casing? To prove my innocence or to establish my guilt?
Julia, be sensible.
Never mind. I will take the stand, and I will tell the truth. Mrs. Penelope Irwin had undergone a number of ferocious beatings at the hand of her husband.
Were the authorities informed?
She was terrified and would have none of that. She confessed to me that she was in fear for her life.
And what did you do about that?
I set up a safe haven for her in Port Credit. I had reason to fear for her safety.
Why is that?
Shortly after she was admitted, she saw her husband outside the asylum.
So you went to Port Credit?
I did.
And this operation had to be conducted in secret. Is that why you told Dr. Clark on the evening of your husband's death that you were going to be in Markham?
It is.
And where is Mrs. Irwin now?
I don't know. She either left the safe haven out of fear, or her husband found her.
Are you worried for her safety?
I am.
Did you kill Dr. Darcy Garland?
No, I did not.
Well, this is most inconvenient, isn't it? One individual who can confirm your alibi has disappeared. What about Desmond Irwin, the woman's husband? Surely he can be forced to testify?
He couldn't be found either.
Isn't it true that no one by that name exists? Because he doesn't exist? Because you made him up. You made up this whole story.
Your Honor, is there a question here?
Did you love your husband?
Once.
Once? Oh, yes, that's right. You were seeking a divorce from him, were you not?
I was.
And why was that? Had he been unfaithful? Was he cruel?
No.
No, in fact, from testimony we've heard today, he was an exemplary husband. On July 3rd, did you not spend the night at the Queen's Hotel with Detective Murdoch?
It wasn't what it seemed.
Just answer the question, please.
Yes.
Are you in love with Detective Murdoch?
Yes.
In fact, you were hoping to marry him, weren't you?
Yes.
That's why you were seeking the divorce, was it not?
Yes.
But the deceased refused to grant you a divorce. In fact, did he not tell you he would never, ever grant you a divorce?
Yes.
I submit to you, Dr. Ogden, that you visited Dr. Garland that day to try to convince him one last time. And when he said no, you flew into a fit of rage and shot him dead.
That is not what happened.
No, I think you're right. I don't think it was. I think you arrived early, retrieved the weapon.
That is not true.
Loaded the bullet into the chamber.
I did not.
Would the witness kindly
And
confine...
cold-bloodedly removed the single impediment to your happiness.
I did not. I did not!
No further questions, Your Honor.
It's not looking good. Murdoch, answer me this. You know the kind of pressures Dr. Ogden was facing. Do you think there's even the slightest chance she can send this? Right then, that's good enough for me. There's got to be a chink in the armor somewhere.
So where do we start? Penelope and Desmond Irwin?
A wife beater and an invisible woman. Low cards indeed.
I don't care how low the cards are, sir. Someone orchestrated this.
Sir, whatever you need.
Thank you, George.
William, whatever happens, I love you. You know that, don't you? You know
Yes,
that.
yes. Julia,
All rise.
Please be seated.
The jury has come to a conclusion in the case of the Crown versus Dr. Julia Ogden. Mr. Foreman, would you kindly read your verdict?
Of the capital crime of murder, the jury finds the defendant, Dr. Julia Ogden, guilty.
Thank you, sir. Would the accused please stand? Dr. Ogden, despite your stellar reputation and diligent work for the Toronto Coroner's Office, the nature of this crime is such that I have no recourse but to sentence you to be hanged by the neck until you are dead. May God have mercy on your soul. Court is adjourned.
Julia, I'll get you out. No matter what happens, I will get you out. I'll get you out. Gillies? Look out! Excuse me! Out of the way, please! Excuse me! Look out! Excuse me, let me through! Excuse me, did you see a man come out here with a straw hat on? Are you sure? Murdoch! Murdoch! What the hell's going on? Sir, it was Gillies. I just saw James Gillies.